At this point, I'm just waiting for Chinzilla's world tour because I'm waiting.
Alright guys.
So, for today's video, I am going to be ranking the songs from My School President. One thing I gotta say about My School President is that they really gave us different songs of different genres and styles, and I love how each of them were able to be tied into the stories in their own different ways. From the very upbeat pop style of songs, to the more hard-going, rock-inspired type of songs, to even the more emotional and hard-hitting type of songs. I'm going to be ranking them for you guys in this video. So, without further ado, here is my ranking of the songs from My School President. So this first song I have on my list, fittingly, is actually the first song we ever heard them sing in the series. And that is their cover of I Want to Scream Out Loud. As I said, this is the first song that we've heard the music club or Chinzilla perform in the show. And honestly, I feel like this is such a good introduction song to show us, what skills that they have for us. Like, I remember when I first saw the scene for the song come up, one of the first things that really came to mind was they actually looked like they were really playing those instruments. Plus, I will also say that the scene wherein this song was shown, it also gave us a glimpse as to how Tin really feels for Gun. Honestly, Tin, you can't hide those smirks from any of us. This next song I have on my list is actually almost in similar vein as I Want to Scream Out Loud, wherein I feel like this is also like a good introduction to Chinzilla and what they can do. And continuing from episode 1, my next song on my list is actually their cover of Saliva. Honestly, for me, the reason why I really put this song much higher on my list than I Want to Scream Out Loud is really with how this song in particular was tied into the story of the episode. Because when I rewatched this episode, I didn't even notice this at first, but this was actually the song that the senior or former music club members sang to the new music club members as a way to show them, hey, we do have the musical skills and don't doubt us for a minute. And honestly, I love how the new music club members were able to sing this song in the music competition and showed to people that they got them skills and that they should indeed be taken seriously as a club. Because episode 1, it did show us that the music club members were kind of like slackers or people who didn't really put in much effort into making music, but I love how this performance of this song was able to show us that they can really perform well and that their club should not be phased out by the school. Okay, so this next song I have on my list, I feel like I'm gonna get hate for putting this low, but it's actually their cover of Just Being Friendly. I am so sorry, guys. Yeah, it does hurt the fact that I put it this low. Especially, honestly, considering the fact that I actually liked this song before I even heard them cover it on the show. I'm in pain. For me, honestly, the reason why I really put this song much higher than the last 2 songs on my list is really because of what we were able to get from the episode that this song was first played in. And that was because we got to see moments of the 3 couples in this show. Well, at least with, Tirpor, we got at least crumbs. But honestly, more importantly though, we also were able to get from this song the moments for Soundwind. Another thing I will note is that in episode 6, we saw the version wherein it was sung by Fourth, Ford, and Satang. But I also love that we got the solo version for Fourth, wherein he sang this in episode 9, and that Chinzilla was able to move on to the next stage of Hot Wave with this song. And I just love that for them. Okay, so going on to the next song on my list. It's actually Healing. Therapeutic is the word I'd honestly use to describe this song. The reason why I say that is really because of how the song was used and that it was used for Chinzilla to sort of reflect on the events that just happened in episode 11. Specifically with, unfortunately, losing Hot Wave. Which, by the way, I think was rigged. Now, if I'm just being completely honest here, the reason why it's actually not as high as I thought it would be is because when I first listened to the song, I kind of thought that the harmonies would be a bit more on point or a bit tighter. Now, don't get me wrong, they still sounded great. It's just that I wish the harmonies were there more. That's just it. Honestly, the meaning of the song and what it did for the music club members, that's just what really carries this song and what makes it so great. Okay, moving on to the next song on my list. It's actually Smile Please. All I gotta say is that this song is a bop. With this song, I wasn't too sure at first with the inclusion of the scene that the song was used in, because I kind of have mixed feelings about scenes in these BL series wherein we just have like a random dance sequence. I mean, I'm also looking at you, dance sequence in episode 9, but we can move past that. However, I will let that scene slide because I do like how it was tied into the story with Yo wanting to get back his girl with the help of Chinzilla and also Tin and also Teo. And really, this song was for Yo know, to say to his girl to get her back and for her to, you know, smile please. I will actually say that this is the first song in the series that I wanted to learn the choreography for. Because again, this song is a bop! Moving on to the next song on my list, number 9 is actually Once Upon a Time. With this song, I actually feel like it perfectly sums up the biggest takeaway from My School President as a series. This song that was used in the finale is really about the boys reminiscing about their time together in high school and how much they've grown and bonded and grown together as a group. And now at this point, they're moving on to their next chapter in life, college. I swear to you guys, I was a freaking mess when this song was playing in episode 12. Once Upon a Time is really a song for these boys to just go down memory lane as they remember their time in high school, and that their time together is something that they can really look back on as they move on to their next chapter in life. Okay, number 8 is what I would say the four horsemen of this series in terms of songs. And it's actually No One Else Like Me, sung by Satang, also known as Sound Song to Win. With the vibe of the song, I actually like how this really fits with Sound's character and honestly as well with the Sound-Wind dynamic. I like how this wasn't one of those just cutesy romantic love songs, but rather it felt more raw in a sense, as we really just saw Sound as he was letting out his feelings for Win. By this point in the series, we have been seeing Sound and Win just going at each other, fighting and bickering a lot. Up until this point in episode 9, where we now have seen Sound's feelings develop and grow even more to the point that he wanted to just write the song and use it as a way to tell Win his feelings for him. One of the lyrics in this song, from what I've read, is actually about if ever Win is like in a bad mood or is wanting to say something not nice or nasty as it says, then Sound is there and he will just find it cute. No One Else Like Me was really Sound saying to Win that no matter how rough things may get for them, no one else can really love Win like Sound does. Moving on to the next song on my list is actually the second song of the Four Horsemen of the series, and that is actually Hook, sung by Gemini. Honestly, I just really loved this song and how it sounded ever since I heard it as like the credit song in episode 7. This was really a fun and catchy song, I gotta say. Gemini's vocals, they unsurprisingly got me hooked onto the song. Though I will say, even though the upbeat version of the song was used in the credits, as I said, I of course gotta talk about the acoustic version of the song as well, which was used in episode 9. We saw how in episode 9, Gun was trying to write the song and kind of struggling at it, and then he and Tin were sort of exchanging song titles to one another to help with Gun's writing process. We then saw how Tin sang the acoustic version of the song to Gun, which also I'm pretty sure in the lyrics it included different titles of love songs, and they were just mashed together into the lyrics. I also gotta point out that this song was also talking about how Tin suddenly got those feelings for Gun and how now he only has him in his life. With those feelings, there really is no hitting undo with this one. Okay, number 6 on my list is Rock and Star, sung by Fourth, also known as one of Gun's songs to Tin. To sum up with the message of the song, it was really Gun saying to Tin that he is his rock. I love how in episode 12, when we saw Gun singing this song, he would always be pointing to Tin whenever he would sing the lyric, "I love you lots and lots."
I love it so much.
I feel like this song is really just one big dedication and announcement of love of Gun to Tin, which as we saw was done in front of the entire school. During episode 12, we saw how Gun and Tin were sort of exposed for their relationship and how they kind of had traveled their way around that, especially dealing with, you know, the dinosaurs of the school. Besides that moment in episode 12, I also love how it was a nice way for Gun to publicly express his feelings for Tin, because this is sort of like their little conflict that they had throughout the entire series, which was that they had to hide their relationship from people. But now, in the end, Gun is just really out there saying to Tin how much he loves him. And he wanted everyone to know that. Alright, we're at this point now. Top 5. Starting with the OG theme song of the series, You've Got My Back. I gotta show some respect to the first theme song of the series. Besides that, I also feel like this song really fit with the story that happened in episode 4. We saw how Gun decided to leave the music club because he felt that Sound was a better leader for them and that he can lead them to the victory in Hot Wave. That being said, it did really hurt him to do that, but thankfully, Tin was there to help him. Tin really did have Gun's back during this time. Tin was able to just put a smile on Gun's face as they were spending more time together during the school fair. Freaking hey, Tin even let Gun become a singer for the student council's booth. Even when Gun was asked to join the music club again towards the end of the episode, Tin still decided to let Gun go back to the music club because he knew that that's where Gun was happiest at. Low-key though, I feel like the message of the song can also kind of apply to the rest of the music club members because we did get to see how much they really didn't want Gun to be not at the music club and that they just felt incomplete without him. Really, Tin and the entire music club, they got Gun's back. Okay. I really wanted to talk about this song and I really loved it when they covered it in the series. But number 4 on my list is their cover of City. Now, as a vice versa stan, I love that they covered this song in the series. Now, right off the bat, when I first listened to this song, hello, Gemini's vocals? I really did not expect Gemini's vocals to be as high as they were. Episode 2, when the song was shown to us, it was really about Tin's backstory and how he got those feelings for Gun in the first place. We saw how Tin didn't have anyone to celebrate his birthday with, and then suddenly, this boy that was at the milk shop suddenly got Tin's heart fluttering. And at that point, there was no way back for Tin. One thing I actually did catch upon rewatch of this episode was that on Tin's birthday when he was at the milk shop, this was actually sung by Gun at the milk shop. And I just love how when we saw Tin singing this in the episode, it was sort of like a nice callback to that specific moment as he swooped in and helped Gun sing at that bar. City is a song about a person feeling lonely in a big city and then suddenly they meet this one person and now this city isn't as lonely anymore. I really feel like that message of the song, it just fits with what happened to Tin in episode 2. Okay, this next song on my list is really one of the more hard-hitter ones and it's their cover of Listen. I gotta say, I feel like vocally, this song is really one of my faves. Like Hello, towards the end when everyone started singing together and then they had those harmonies and then on the backup we heard Gun's mom singing. Woo! Chills. I have chills. This song and honestly the entire episode 5 storyline, it really showed that My School President is not just about the cutesy and funny vibes. They also got the emotional vibes as well. The story in episode 5 about Gun and the rest of the music club wanting to focus more on their futures and kind of less on the hot wave competition. We saw how Gun was even considering not pursuing music even further and just wanting to focus more on, I think, a business future and wanting to focus more on taking care of his mom. It was also shown that Gun even tried to maybe get a possible music career on the way by going to an audition, but then reality hit, which was when he got rejected. And yep, that's when reality set on this poor boy. And that moment just really put so much doubt in Gun's head about if he should pursue music in the future and if it can even sustain his and his mom's life. So then when Gun's mom started to sing the song to him, that is when everything changed. Really, she was there to tell Gun that he just needs to listen to his heart for what it wants. And the message of the song kind of also applies to the rest of the music club as well, as they were going through their own personal stuff and then in the end they decided to come back together and then continue their journey towards the win in Hot Wave. Gun's mom was really there to say to Gun that she is really supportive of his music dream and that she loves him so much. And in the end, that's all that matters. Alright, we're getting towards the end now. Number 2 on my list is actually the third song of the 4 Horsemen in this series, and it's Let Me Tell You, sung by Fourth, aka the song that should have won Chinchilla the Hot Wave competition. I still think it was rigged, but oh well. I feel like this song was really just one big dedication from Gun to literally all the people in his life that got him to this point in time. With this song, Gun was singing about how there were struggles that he had to endure in his life and that it was difficult to get through them. However, he then sings about how there were people in his life to guide him and help him through those challenging times. Now for Gun, those people are Chinchilla, Tin and his mom. He thanks them for being there for him and that he feels so much stronger whenever he's with them. Something else I do also love about this song is that it wasn't dedicated to just one person. This really goes with Gun's character and honestly the entire series as a whole, which is that it acknowledges more than just the romantic interest in Gun's life. It is also a dedication to the friends and family of Gun. Alright, I'm pretty sure this kind of spoiled number 1 on my list. But the number 1 song I have on my ranking of the songs from My School President is actually the 4th horseman of the series, which is Come Closer, sung by Ford. When I was younger, I had Can I Have This Dance from High School Musical 3, but at this point, I think I found the Thai equivalent of it. Dare I say, when I get married in the future, I would like this song on my wedding list. What I really will talk about in this song is Ford's vocals, because honestly, they were just amazing to listen to and just chef's kiss. Like especially at the bridge when Ford just belts out that note and then it transitions to that guitar solo. Whoa, okay, that alone just really put that song high on my list. I feel like in the scene wherein the song was shown, the slow dance, the slow ballroom dance of Gun and Tin, it really does fit with the vibe of the song. In the song, it talks about that longing for someone and that you want them to come closer and just listen to the love that you have for them. I just like the intimacy of that and how it matches with the slow ballroom dance. I really don't have much else to say about this song other than that it's just one big love song and I love it so much! So that is my ranking of the songs from My School President. So I want to know, what did you guys think about the songs from My School President? And what is actually your ranking of the songs? Leave it in the comments down below. That is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. All my social media links will be in the description box below. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell post notifications so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video whenever I could possibly make one. Bye.